Welcome to the Waylon perspective. Please like and press that subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. This is my reaction to Antidote and JayHeartMusic performing Somewhere Only We Know, originally by Keane. Let's commence. Ladies and gentlemen, just to start the track off with a really awesome sounding bass line as we have JayHeartMusic in here in this performance setup here with Antidote. On this one it's just Antidote. On some of the previous ones I saw it was Antidote Band, but the band here with JayHeart. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to give us a performance here. This young man can sing like nobody's business. We have established that on the channel, and here he is performing a song Somewhere Only We Know. Now unfortunately I do not know this song by Keane. I'm not familiar with Keane. Roy Keane was a footballer, used to be a nerd. Roy Keane playing for Manchester United was just, that guy was more trouble than he was worth. Liverpool Football Club is the best football team in the world. That sort of thing. 20-time champions of England, ladies and gentlemen, but I digress. JayHeartMusic about to give us a performance here. Let's see what the band does with this one. Let's go.
I walk across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river and it made me complete. Our sympathy, where happy gone. I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you've gotta let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree.
A fallen tree, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, I'm not familiar with this song, but the vibe here sounds very familiar to me. I have to admit that. I can't say I recognize the song yet from somewhere, but that vibe, and especially JayHeartMusic's voice coming through here, so strong. That tone, that vibe that he's projecting is working wonderfully, ladies and gentlemen. His ability to just switch up that vocalization. There's talent there. Oh, you can hear it. You can feel it as well, the energy coming through. The young man's vocal performance leading the way. The band just taking us through the jam there as well. It's just sounding wonderful here, ladies and gentlemen. That's the whole thing. It's all about giving the listening audience, the viewers, the listeners, a good musical performance. And that is what they are doing. Every member here performing on this stage, giving their all. And JayHeartMusic with his vocals just absolutely sounding wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep rolling.
I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Our sympathy, where have you gone? I'm getting
Ladies and gentlemen, JayHeartMusic, absolutely, is a rock star. vibe absolutely coming through there when he grabs the microphone from the stand and he performs with dynamism. He moves, ladies and gentlemen. He grooves along with the band, and he's giving us a very, very good, very, very strong vocal performance here of this track. I mean, I'm recalling aspects of it. I feel like I might have heard the track, but I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere Only We Know. I know for a fact that JayHeartMusic sings wonderfully, ladies and gentlemen. The young man's vocal skills on display here with this performance. There's a magical quality to the way the young man sings. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, the talent, it's right there. It's right there. And he just, sends it out into the world so wonderfully with confidence. Very important to be confident when you're performing for an audience, and that's what the young man does effortlessly here. The band as well, doing their job on this instrumental, ladies and gentlemen. Dependable stuff, just making the music move forward and allowing it to just, let JayHeartMusic's vocals shine. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The young man is shining with this vocal performance. It's awesome stuff.
Somewhere only we know. Oh, sympathy, where have you gone? I'm getting on tonight, it's something to rely on. So tell me when you gotta let me in. I'm getting tired and not at somewhere to begin. And if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know. This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go? So why don't we go? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know. Somewhere only we know.
Somewhere Only We Know is a song composed and performed by English alternative rock band Keane, officially released as the first single from their debut album Hopes and Fears from 2004. JayHeartMusic taking us all the way back to 2004 with that vocal performance, ladies and gentlemen, making that track feel alive. That is what the young man did with his voice there. Very impressive vocal performance by JayHeartMusic. Antidote band doing their job as well, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. The song just giving us a great laid-back, calm, enjoyable vibe. And JayHeartMusic just, he did not let that opportunity pass up to be utterly impressive with his vocal skills, ladies and gentlemen. This young man sings wonderfully. It's a wonderful performance. The feelings coming through there. There was a nostalgic vibe there. I don't even specifically know this track, but the way the band performed it, the way JayHeart sang on the track, it was just such a throwback feeling, a vibe that just, floats and it just makes you feel wonderful. That's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. And it's so important for music to just, make you feel good. That's the whole thing. And that's what this performance did here. Everyone doing their part on stage there. The musical performance, very tight, very well done. JayHeartMusic, absolutely the highlight of the whole performance, ladies and gentlemen. What a singer this guy is. He showcased his musical talent in spades. That was super cool. JayHeartMusic and Antidote know how to perform awesomely. That was throwback brilliance.